right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, there it is. Hey, welcome in, Joey Brown. Man, this mic is a whole lot more sensitive today. It is picking up everything. All right, how's it going, Joey? Alright, so we're going to start with a penny box. I just picked up 8 from the bank today and then 3 nickel boxes from the bank. So we're going to try to get 1 penny box in, and then we're going to try to get at least 1 nickel box. So 131.71. Alright. Not bad. Alright. I think that's a little better. Alright, let's get it. Looking for wheat today, we're looking for copper, anything old, foreigns, 1973 Denver. That cam is going wild right now. Sorry about that, guys. That's a little better right there. There we go. But anyways, we're going to be looking for wheats, coppers, anything cool. 2023 extra V's. Wide AMs on the 98 through 2000. 92s, we're looking for close AMs. A little bit of everything. $19.81 Denver. $19.80 Denver, Philly. $79 Denver. $67 Philly. $19.82 Denver. That's a large date. Current record on wheat in one box is 13, so hopefully we can beat that today. $19.81 Philly. $73 Denver. On to the next roll. That's got some gunk stuck in there. What do we got? 1982 Denver small date. Or at least, hang on. Is that a small date? Let's see. That is not a small date, just kidding. Looked a little promising. $19.88. What do we got? $19.77 Philly. Not bad. Hey Joey, you still in here? $19.62 Denver. $20.18 $94. There's a couple coppers coming up. $19.75 Denver. And a $19.82 Philly large date. Not bad. I appreciate it, man. I try to keep it pretty common here. Just something to unwind to, so. 79 Denver. that's it for that roll. On to the next one. Check the weight on this one. 128.18. Not too bad. Man, this microphone is incredible. I can hear it every single click of the mouse. It's weird. Oh, nice. I actually just got back from Houston the other day. I'm in the DFW area. The traffic is a madhouse in Houston though, man. There's actually a huge fire off of 45 the other day whenever I was coming into town. There's another copper. 1974, Denver. What do you do for work, man? $1973, Denver. $68, Denver. And a couple more coppers left. 76, Denver. Oh, nice. You're more on like the theft side of things, or financial side, HR side. I feel like they all kind of intermingle, especially in retail. Yeah, okay, nice. This rolls 129.23. Yeah, I enjoy traveling when I can. I don't do it quite a bit. I don't do it quite often anymore. We do have a copper ender on this one. Looks a little newer on this side. If you always gotta pay the bills, or else somebody else will. $1974. Denver's that ender. 2024 Denver. It's a pretty clean one. 98 Denver. Do you hunt coins yourself, Mint? Here's a nice 82 Denver. It's going to be a large date. Gotcha, yeah. I know if you weigh them by roll themselves, there's kind of like a formula. Like once you get over 226-ish grams, you can almost guarantee a silver. But I don't know if you can. I mean, the correlation from like a full box is kind of hard. Especially with like variation, if something's in there that's not supposed to be in there. Another 1982, large date. Gotcha, yeah. I used to collect a lot of different stuff. Like I went through a whole phase of buying and selling stuff. And then I kind of landed on coin roll hunting now. 1977 Denver. Gotcha. 30 silver in one box is crazy. This next roll is 128.68. I have two new enders on both sides. Couple coppers in there. We'll see how many. If you're just getting here, I picked up 8 boxes of pennies today and 3 boxes of nickels. So we have quite a bit of content for live streams throughout next week. 1976. '84 Denver. Yeah, everybody'd love to replicate a 30 silver in one box. That's wild. 1982 Denver. You should open one of them while you're watching, man. See if you can find anything. I do weigh my 83s, yep. Every single one of them. That one's zinc. '76 Denver. I do think I found an error yesterday. I was pretty excited about it. Let's see if I can find it. So here's a 1960 Denver, and that D looks a whole lot closer to the 9 than on this one. Might just be a real small error, but it's better than nothing. One of the banks I go to, they won't order you boxes anymore, but my other bank, they do it all the time. They said as long as they don't get any pushback from the supplier, then they'll keep ordering it. There's a 2025 Denver. Start us a new stack today. $19.83 Denver. Throw this one on the scale. 2.56. Yeah, it's gonna be a zinc. I don't think I'm lucky enough for that yet. Yeah, some branches are better for me and some aren't. It's kind of the luck of the draw for me. I know Chase Bank won't do anything for you anymore. Next roll, here are the enders. Throw it on the scale, 128.4. Not too heavy, not too light. Probably expect around 4 coppers in here. Okay. Yeah, I know Wells Fargo is usually pretty good. Bank of America is good from what I heard. Navy Federal is a little confusing because there's not as many like storefront banks. So here's another 2025 Denver. First copper of this roll coming up. It's going to be a 1976 Denver. Hey Fiddle, welcome back. I haven't heard much about it yet. I've been asking some people that come in what they think, but $79 Philly. I'm just gonna keep it up there until somebody comments. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have it. It's the first one of the box. Boom. Not too bad condition. What year is it? Ooh, 34. Pretty old. Look at that. That's number 1. Alright. On to the next roll. Oh shoot, I haven't even finished this one. Got a little confused there. It's done anyways. I have a large day 82 Denver, that was the last one. Here's the enders on this one. Weight on this one's going to be 129.73. Let's see, what do we have in this one? Uh-oh. That's number 2. 1955 Denver. That's pretty good condition as well. Nice. Here's another copper, 1982 Denver, large date. Let's see, 1980 Denver. $1978 Denver. Hey Fatal, since you were here yesterday and today, how does the mic sound? Sound better? Gotcha, okay. Definitely using a little bit more of an expensive one today. Wow, that's loud. 1980 Philly. Uh-oh, that's not too old. 1963 Philly. A little dirty. Thought it said something older. Next roll, here's the enders. Okay, yeah, I brought it a little closer. Uh-oh, this one's heavy. Hang on. This is the heaviest for today so far. 132.87. Not bad. Let me write that one down. Let's get it open. First one's a 1972 Philly. Not bad. Here's another 82 large date. '74 Denver. I think I found 100 of those yesterday. Here's an 83 Denver. I can almost bet this one's zinc. Yep. Another 74 Denver. '82 large date. And another 74 Denver. '79 Denver. There's another 83 Denver. Throw it on the scale. 2.54. For whatever reason, on the 1972s, they seem to. There's a lot more off-struck than every other one. Don't know why that is. Maybe it's just a bad year for them. A little bit of an older one, 1965. Let me clear my desk off real quick. Alright, on to the next roll. That's one ender, and that's the other. Weight on this one, 128.37. I don't know, that one down there kind of looks a little weedish. Any guesses on total wheats for the box today? $79 Philly. Here's a 92 Denver. Not a close AM. Only 9, huh? Alright. I'm hoping for about 15. Ooh, it's close. 1959 Philly. It's that transition year. $64 Denver. $79 Denver. That's true. Actually, on the weighted roll yesterday, you guessed 18 and it was actually 17. 1983. It's 1983 Denver. Looks suspiciously good. And it's not 2.5. That's alright. Alright, on to the next roll. Here's one ender. So that's a copper ender. Here's the other one. 131.08. Not quite the heaviest so far. Heaviest so far is 132.87. Is there a weight in this one? Here's that 70 Denver ender. $79 Denver. If you just got here, we're searching this box of pennies and we're going to do one box of nickels. I picked up 8 boxes of pennies today from the bank and 3 boxes of nickels, so should have at least a couple live streams next week. $19.68 Denver. We'll check this one for a DDR. This one's definitely seen better days. $78 Philly. Another 74 Denver. $61 Denver. Check the mint mark on this one. Look for a D over horizontal D. $82 Philly large date. Pretty nice 2009 here. Let's keep it for me. $19.70 Denver. And a 78 Denver to end off this roll. $20.13 on this end. And it looks like a 2002 on this end. The weight of this roll is 130.36, so not too bad. Alright. 1981 Denver. $19.77 Denver. Here's a nice looking one. Maybe a 1980 Denver. Another large date, 82 Denver. $20.24. There's one of two 1980 Denvers that are about to show up. And there's another. That one's pretty clean as well. $91. 1975 Denver. Pretty clean. $1971 Denver. Alright, on to the next roll. Let's check the ends. That might be a decent copper there. We'll see. Ooh, 132.61. That's just under the record of 132.87. Ooh, something got put in there. That's pretty gross. Throw that away. There we go. $19.82 large date. There's a 2023. Check it for the extra V. Don't see one. That's all right. Looks like we have a few coppers in here. 1978 Denver. The 1983. 1968 Denver. '67 Philly. A little dirty. $1977 and a 1982 large date. Here's a small date for reference. Let's see, 2011, got another copper over here. 1980 Denver, not bad. 1976 Denver. If you're just getting here, we're hunting penny box and a nickel box. Trying to beat the record of 13 wheats in one box. And we're currently at 2, so off to a decent start. Alright, we're on to the next roll. Here's one ender, and there's the other. This one's 128.98. Does not beat our record of 132.87. Man, I need a new chair. This is squeaky. Sorry about the noises. We have at least 4 in there. Hopefully one's a wheat. (2005), 1969, Denver. Not bad. (1980), Philly. To 71, Denver. (1960), Denver. This looks like a large date. Alright, sorry about that. Trying to get my chair to squeak a little bit less there. This is the next roll. We have new enders on both sides. 130.10. Pretty nice looking ones in there. Another question for the crowd: has anybody ever found a steel penny in a bank wrapped roll? Not quite sure if that's even possible, to be honest. There's a 1963 Denver. We'll check it out under the scope for a DDO. Don't see one. Not me, yeah. I'm not quite sure if it's possible because all the coin machines that you turn in coins to, it's they all have magnets, so I don't know. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna unplug this microscope and plug it back in and see if that helps. Yeah, it seems to be a little better now. Oh, maybe not. Not sure. Oh, nice. Yeah, every time I go to deposit coins, I always look, but I've had no luck yet. 1977. I'm trying not to buy any coins until I have to complete a set, so hoping I find one eventually. Here's a nice 1980 Denver. '71 Denver. We're always looking for the 1982 Denver small date. That's copper. That one's worth quite a bit of money, as well as the '83 Denver copper. Gotcha. Were those in the coin album, are they still in pretty good condition, or has the weather gotten to them since? Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. That's wild. Turned 1 cent into about 8,000 potentially, if not higher. Jesus, mic almost makes it into like an ASMR channel. No copper on these enders. Let's check out the weight. 131.78. On the heavier side of most we've seen today. Gotcha. Yeah, my father-in-law actually had quite a few old coins. We're just not sure where they're at. I mean, yeah, the kid goes down as a legend in the coin world now. That's pretty amazing. Maybe it'll pay for some college. 1961 Denver. And we have a 1946. This is going to be a wheat. Pretty rough condition on the back. But that's number 3 of the box. 1976 Denver. There's a 79 Philly. What's the oldest wheats y'all found? Mine's 1910 currently. $1969 San Francisco. We'll see if this one has a DDO. Don't see anything. '76 Denver. Nice. What mint was it from? If you remember. 1973 Philly. '81 Denver. I think my best chance of finding something, or finding a 1909, is in some of the crazy rolls I have under my desk right now. I picked up a couple from the bank, and then opened one, and it was crazy. So I bought the rest of them. They're all customer rolls. 1963 Denver. Check for a DDO. Don't see anything here. Oh, gotcha, no mint mark, yeah. Not sure what that one is. Looks like an 85. Here's a 92. Not a close AM. Coin hunt in a junkyard, so like go through the ashtrays or what? Alright, just clean the desk off again. No coppers on the enders. This one's 129.08. Yeah, it actually sounds like a fantastic YouTube idea. Yeah, it's an interesting story to hear. I'm sure you had to find something good by now. There's a nice 79. Here's a 77 Denver. Here's an 83. Yeah, I wish I could have hunted coins, especially half dollars and such, a whole lot earlier. I feel like the hunting was a whole lot better for silver back then. $19.79 Denver. Did you ever get a drug dealer's car in and find a whole bunch of cash? $19.81. And a 63 Denver. Looks like we have a copper ender on one side. And I'm not quite sure on that side. It looks zinc. That's 130.2 grams. $100, $50, yeah. I mean that's definitely the emergency stash amount. So here's a 74 Denver. San Francisco, actually. It's pretty clean. Set that one off to the side. Yeah, I figure. 1982 Denver. That or the police went through it pretty well and took a little cut. Here's a 79 Philly. '82 Philly large date. That's copper. What's y'all's favorite coins you ever found? Mine's definitely in the V nickel I found, 1967 Philly. I found that in a bankroll, so it was pretty great. Here's an 82 small date. Oh, nice. Closest thing I found to a blank planchet is a clipped one on a nickel. 1973 Denver. Here's a pretty old foreign I found yesterday. 1962 Canadian. I'll see if I can find it later, and I'll post a picture of it in my community tab. 129.46. Could be some wheats in here. Oh, there's definitely wheat in there. I found these guys the other day. I was pretty excited about that. There's that one. Here's one more. Pretty bad condition, but... And then yesterday I found this one. My first 1942. Alright, let's check out this wheat we have right here. Almost looks like a kid took a marker to it. $44. Nice. That's 4 for the box. Need 10 more to break the record. Yeah, there's quite a bit to look for on the state quarters. They're just not worth a ton unless they're in pristine condition. Really the only thing I sell right now is the 2024's nickels. I kind of use that to fund my channel until I can get some kind of monetization. I'm hoping to eventually do bigger and bigger openings. $19.75 Denver. I'd love to be like one of those big channels that does a 4 half-dollar box opening. That's always fun to watch. Tennessee, nice. Next roll has at least one copper ender. 129.69. Maybe. I mean, I'm always open to everything. really just mainly trying to build up a base right now. Took a little longer. 1981 Denver. But I'd love to do some silver giveaways, some full roll giveaways. Give away a 2024 roll that I've put together. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I would do this either way, hunt coins, so I might as well stream it. Here's a 75. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Here's a foreign. Pretty good condition too. Whoa. That's crazy. 1963 and it's in this good condition? Wow. What does this weigh? 3.21? Nice. Yeah, I've been trying to post shorts and live stream for the first part and then kind of transfer into longer form videos. But we'll get there. Man, I'm pretty excited about that foreign. That's nice. Yeah. Let's see. Got two almost brand new enders here. This is 131.53. Yeah, from the research I've done, I've tried to do shorts first and then kind of go into live streams. Shorts to gain the subs. They might not be the best quality subscribers, but I don't know. I feel like YouTube still pushes it a little bit if you have more subs. And then move into live streams and long form content. So 1978 Denver. So weird, Denver. Oh, it's all mushed down. Nice. Here's an 81 Denver. Also, I'm still learning how to edit, so it's kind of hard to do longer form videos without editing too much. 1967, that's pretty clean. Personally, I don't know Diggin' Dave. I do watch him. He actually popped into my live stream the other night. It's a 92 Denver. Yep, it's crazy. You try to edit a YouTube video and then you end up watching 30 more YouTube videos trying to edit your own. '76 Denver. That's what I'm hoping. Hoping to get pretty big and grow this channel. 1978. Have a goal of getting monetized by summer. 1981 Denver. Here's the next Rolls Enders. Both of them look pretty new. 128. Still 1K subs and 4K hours for monetization. I think so. Yep, that is correct. And then if you just want the super chats and memberships, that's 500 subs and 3K hours. All right. A full year to get monetized? Oh man. Hope it doesn't take me that long. When did you start YouTube? '77 Denver. Nice. Let me go ahead and sub. There we go. Oh wow, you have quite a few subscribers. Nice. Hell yeah, man. You know, before I got into these coin channels, I didn't even realize how many coin channels there were. Like I really only saw about 1 or 2. $19.76 Denver. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. $19.78. Oh man. Well, it wasn't me. That's a dirty one. Here's a 1980 Philly. Jeez. Yeah, I haven't done any long form videos yet. I kind of just wing it. 1969 Denver, I think. And then the shorts I make, I just essentially record once I open the roll and see something. 130.15, not too bad. Right. We haven't found a wheat in a while. We're almost about halfway through this box and we only have 4. 1980. $74 Denver. I will say YouTube's algorithm is kind of weird. I don't understand it at all. Here's a 77 Philly. $67 Philly. That's a clean 64. Yeah, I even have an app that kind of, it's another analytics app, but it shows you the SEO optimization you have, and even that doesn't correlate to what they push and why. And you'll see a lot of videos from bigger YouTubers that are like, oh, I created a new channel secretly, and in less than a month I have over 10,000 subs. And it's like, how does that happen? Mm, 128.39. Gotcha. Sacagaweas and Susan Bees, it helps out. That makes sense. I mean, I feel like every coin roll hunter out there has mostly the same tags and titles and descriptions, so. Yeah, I don't know. It's luck of the draw for me. Mm-hmm. $19.80 Denver. I think we're about to transition over to nickel box for a little bit. Change it up. $19.80 Denver. Hoping to find another 2 Buffalo box. That was pretty great. Another large date, 1982 Denver. And here was that other ender, 1963 Denver. We'll clear off the desk real quick. And I'm back. Let's check the weight on the next one. Got a zinc on that side, a zinc on that side. But this is the heaviest of the batch, 133.63. Not bad. Let me write that one down. Really do enjoy this though. It's a great way to pass time, and it's almost like gambling without losing too much money. Quite a bit of copper in this one. $81 Denver. $65 Philly. Another 60, 64 Denver. we should get back into it. Do it more often. I mean, even if you pick up maybe 10 rolls of pennies and do it here and there. There's a 63 fillet that's pretty clean. $79 Denver. Here's a transition year, 59 Denver. Doesn't have a wheat back. Yeah, I mean, even if you just kind of give it one hour a night or 1 hour a week, you can still get some hunting in. Man, this is pretty good finds on this one. I'm in construction. $19.77. Yeah, for me, I mean, it's something to pass a lot of time, which I can pass 5 hours at a time pretty easily doing this. And I also have some books I'm filling in right now. 1974. Yeah, I enjoy the industry. It's not bad. $131.46. A little bit on the heavier side. But I'm less in the manual labor portion of construction and more of the kind of back end and sales. $91. There's a 68 Denver. See if there's a D over D. Don't see one. That's funny. $75 Denver. Yeah, sounds good. Absolutely. You have a Discord or something? Oh, gotcha. Let me check out your page real quick, see if there's a email or something on there. Okay, yep, I see it. Yeah, man, I'll reach out next time I'm down there. Absolutely. 1961 Denver. Yeah, I have definitely a laundry list of stuff to do as well, but putting out content's at the top right now until I can grow a little bit bigger. 131.61 for this roll. $19.82 Denver large date. There's a 70 Denver. That's a pretty beat up 59. Looks like a large date 60D. We need another wheat. We are too far in this box to only have 4. 1978 Denver. 82 Denver. $65 Philly. Looks like one more copper for it. 1981 Denver. Alright, we'll do 5 more penny rolls and then we'll go over to some nickel rolls. This one weighs 130.91. 133.63 is the record so far. And the single roll record I have is 22 in one roll. That was a customer roll I got from the bank. Here's a 2000. That's a close AM on that one. Looking for a wide AM. Yeah, it was pretty great. And then last night on stream, I opened one of the heavy rolls that I got from the same bank and ended up getting 17, I think. This is number 5, 1950. Let's see if there's any errors on this one. Don't remember off the top of my head. Nope, it's not on my list, but still a pretty good coin. Should I pull out one of those heavy rolls from under the desk and check it out on stream, see if we can beat 22? All right. There's a 62 Denver. All right, we'll do it right after this roll. Speed through this one a little bit. 1973 Denver. Hey man, thanks for showing up. I appreciate the sub. 1965. $75. And a 77. Alright, let's check out this box. Let me see which one's the heaviest real quick. This one's pretty good, 146. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, this one's 148. We're going to go with this one. So it has a newer ender. All right, Fado, you want to take a guess on the number of wheats in here? You were pretty close yesterday. We'll see who's closer. 17. Okay, I mean, bold choice. Alright. First two aren't too old. 95, 96. There's a 1977 Philly. 1979. There's a 96. Alright, I think we might have picked the wrong roll. Oh no. This is their collection of 77s in this one. Oh geez. There's 177. I'm at 3. Nice. There's a 78. There's another 78. $79. Definitely a collection dump. $78. Another 77 Denver. Hey, good night. Thanks for stopping by. 1977 Denver. And another. And another 1977. It's a pretty clean 1960. Two more 77s. I think I chose the wrong one. 75. 2 78s. Fatal, I hope you're at least close on the second one. Here's a 1960 Denver. Oh yeah. That 7 just magically turned into a 3. It's alright, I believe you. 2 74s. Another 78 and 79. Oh man. $77, $79, $78, $68 Denver, there we go, something. $64 Denver. All right, well, I take that back. This one was heavy. It did have quite a bit of copper, but it definitely was not full of wheats like the other one. Jeez. On that note, we're moving the nickels. Just for a little bit, because I can't stay away from pennies. These rolls look pretty old. Alright, I muted it so y'all didn't have to hear that. Well, Fatal, I will say you were not correct on that. Even at 3. All right, on to the first nickel roll. Plus or minus 3, not a bad guess. That's fair. We've got a little bit of an older one on this side. And a rough one on that side. Nice. We have a find on the ender. 1957. Hey, later. Have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll definitely reach out next time I'm in Houston. $20.20 Denver. $20.25. I'm gonna start setting 2025s off to the side. Let's see. There's a 64 Denver. Still looking for the high D 1975. '81 Denver. $20.12, 2007. Oh, here's an old one. 1952. Looks like a Philly. I can't see a mint mark there. That's find number 1. Oh gosh. I didn't even see this. Look at that. That is a dated Buffalo nickel. Wow. That is nice. It's a 1936. Don't see a mint mark. Looks like a Philly. No, so this is actually the older ones. You won't see a spear on these. That's awesome though. Heck yeah. Pretty good condition too. Full date. See Olive Liberty. Nice. That is exciting. Heck yeah. All right. That's in the first roll too. First roll find? Look at that. This might actually be a pretty good box. Jeez. Another 2025. I didn't even see it. I was looking at that 1964 before. And here's a 57. Here's that ender. So that's 3 finds in one box. And one of the finds is it's old buffalo. Well, that's pretty crazy. I love it. Now I gotta get to the next one. One side has a brand new one, and the other is a little bit older. Oh, that would be cool if it's back-to-back finds. Buffalo and a war nickel. The 2025, 2020. $20.25. So that one was not a war nickel, it's just a 1979. Tricked me a little bit, but not too bad. $74, 2020. Nothing in that roll. But we found this in the last one. Even has a shine to it still. That's pretty great. That one's gonna stay under the scope for a while. See a couple older ones in here. Here's a 2009 Denver. Set that one off to the side. $19.64 Philly. This looks pretty old. 56, another hit. Nice. 56 Denver. Add it to the list. Hoping to find another Buffalo. That still makes me happy. On the first roll, too. Check this bison for a spear. Don't see one. Pretty good condition, though. Wow, 1940. Philadelphia. That is find number 5 and number 2 of this roll. And we're only 3 rolls in, so that's not bad. Not bad at all. Jeez. Still liking that. That's awesome. I think this is my clearest date I've gotten so far. All the other dates I've found have been super Alright, next roll. Not too bad. Got a little bit of older one on that end. Oldest nickel I've ever found was an 1898 V nickel. That looks pretty good right there. Maybe it's silver. Let's see. Grab me a drink real quick. (2017) 2018. (2023). We're looking for the 2024s. (74). A lot of 2025s. Too many, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are still looking for them because they can't find as many. (1983), (84), 2020 Denver. Here's a 64 Philly. And another 2025. Put that off to the side. We're on roll 5 and we have 5 finds with a 1936 Buffalo. We still have about half a penny box to go through. Alright, what's in this roll? 2025 Denver. There's a 64 Denver. Looking for anything older than 1960. Errors and anything else that's kind of cool. And 2024 nickels, those are hard to find as well. I think my bucket list nickel right now is a 1950 Denver. That is hard to find. Another 2025. We'll see how many full rolls I get by the end of the box. There's another. And nothing in that roll. On to roll 6. Nothing special in the enders. Could be something old in here. I see maybe 2 or 3 2025s already. All right. There's one 2025. Put those right there. There's a 74, 83. There's another 2025. Definitely gonna have a few rolls of full 2025s by the end of this. So this one's interesting. This could be a business strike or this could be a special mint set. I'm leaning more towards the SMS set because of the shine you see. And these edges are a little bit more pronounced, so are the letters. Huh. It's a nice find either way. I'm going to count that as a find. So that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 finds so far. Sorry about that. I'm back. Here's a 2005. Pretty nice bison. Not speared. 2020 Denver. And another 2025. And another one. Quite a few so far. And another Ender 2025. Alright, we'll clear off the desk real quick. And I'm back. On to roll number 7. Nothing super old on the Enders. Still pretty excited about this one, 1965. Looks like an SMS. This roll's a little bit harder to open. Let's see what we got here. Another 2025. Back to back. Here's a 63. Philly. Lots of 2021s in here. (2012), 2008. I don't think I've found a 2024 in this box yet. Let's see, 1971, 88. I'm sitting at 15 2025 so far. Have any of y'all found a nickel older than 1936 before? Verifiable with an actual date, because a lot of these old ones don't have dates. 1990, 1973. Another 2025. $2025. That's 4 in this roll so far. Still no 2024s. Another 2025. Definitely going to have at least 1 to 2 rolls of full 2025s by the end of this. And in and off of the 2018. Right now we're just over half a roll of 2025s. It's been a couple rolls since we've had a good find. Hopefully this one will be not bad. We're on mold 9 of the box. (2023), 2020. Let's see. 2025. There's another. That's a pretty clean 2021. '64. Denver. Let's check the mint mark on this one. Looks pretty normal. Oh, nice. Here's a find. 1941. Denver. Let's check for a D over D on this one. Don't quite see anything on there. Still looking for that 2024 though. Two more 2025s. That makes 4 for this roll. (1975) Denver. Does not look like a high D to me. Let me pull up a picture real quick. ID. Okay, gotcha. So the D is way higher. All right, that's what we're looking for. All right. Another 2025. On to the next roll. Not too bad. Currently have 7 finds, and one of those is a buffalo nickel. And we're sitting at 5 wheat pennies for the day as well. 1990, 2021. And there's another 2025. Still no 2024s yet. I only need a couple more left to fill up a roll. Here's a 63. Denver. (2021). That's pretty good condition for a 2021. (82). 1918, 2020. Alright, only 2 2025s in that roll. Almost at 30 for the box. Jesus, this chair is squeaky. That one looks interesting. (2004), 1996. (2019), 2021. There's a pretty clean 81, Denver. Two more 2025s. If y'all are needing 2025 Denvers, let me know, because I have far too many at this point. (1980) Denver. It's kind of a weak strike. (1964). Huh. I'll keep that one off to the side. Had 4 2025s in that roll. Next roll has pretty new enders on both sides. I went from finding 2 or 3 hits in the first 3 rolls to not very many in the last couple, so see if we can turn this around. $20.23. $81.95. And another 2025 Denver. $20.23. Oh, our first 2024, and it's a Denver. Nice. That's going in my stack. Another 2025. And a Bison. Don't see a spear on this one. And that's it for that roll. Let me clean off the desk real quick. And we're back. Roll 13. Check the enders. We'll say it's been a pretty good stream so far. About 2.5 hours in, and we're at 80 views so far. I'll take it. $20.21, $20.15. Still looking for that very elusive 2020 West Point. Another 25. That's 3 25s for this roll so far. Didn't find nearly as many yesterday. Oh. Uh-oh. Check it out. We have a proof. That's a 92 San Francisco. It is in not the best condition. So this was made to go in a set fatal. You can tell how it's quite a bit more like lustrous than this. This wasn't made to be circulated, but and so you see the steps right there. So this would have what they call full steps, I think, from what I can see right here. I'll have to throw it under the microscope, but yeah, I'd say it's fairly close, but you can definitely tell this is a whole lot more shiny than all the others. That's cool to find though. That's my first proof that's older than I think 65 or something like that. Heck yeah. This box is getting better. Got some old ones on these enders. Not too old, but not too bad. Case I just got here, we just found a proof. 1992, San Francisco. $2022. We have almost a full roll of 2025 Denvers so far. Nothing too special, but I've heard some people are having trouble finding them. That's awesome to find though. It's my first modern proof. Found a lot of special mint sets, but not a proof yet. That's awesome. $20.25 again. Here's a bison. Hey Joey, welcome back. Yep, this is my first proof I found. San Francisco mint mark. I don't know how long you've been here, but we also found this, I think, in the first 3 rolls. Might have been the first roll. Looks like it might have been polished at some point, but still great to find a date on these. We now have a full roll of 2025s. Maybe what? looks kind of old. Maybe a little silverish. Yeah, I think so. I think it might have been polished. We'll see. '64 Denver. '19. That's a 2022 Denver, if that's the one you're talking about. Just terrible condition. Yeah, just dirty. There's a bison. Don't see a spear through it. Another 64. Philly. So here's a 65 I found. It looks like a special mint set, and then here's a proof. What's your opinion? I know this one's a proof, so it's got a mirror finish. But I think that's a special mint set. I'm gonna go with that. Another 2025. Mm-hmm. '64 Denver. Oh, nice. That's a good condition 2024 Denver. Yeah, there's so many 64s. It's like the 74s of pennies. Here's a 2025 Denver. I think I find more 74 Denver pennies than anything else. I think there's like 4 or 5 bisons in one roll too. We are on roll. Looks like 31. Not too bad. $2,000, 2022. Another bison. Don't see a spear. This one's either just super worn or old. And that's super worn. '74. Only found one 2024 today. '32. Or actually, no, this is roll 17, my bad. I can't count today. Kind of looks like an old ender. Let's see what we got. Yep, 64 again. Philly. $20.25 and another $20.25. $20.21. Man, if we found one proof, hopefully I can find the 2020 West Point. That would make my night. Another 64, Denver. Let's see what else we have. 2022. 1974. Some weird toning. Alright, not a ton on that one. See what we got on this end. Looks pretty new. It's probably a 64 on this end, if I was to guess. If it's old and looks super worn, it's usually a 64. Ooh, that might be a good one. It's pretty consistent all the way around. I think that might just be a silver. Ooh, that's a silver. Heck yeah. I'm pretty confident. Just by the head. Here we go. So we have a buffalo. We could have a silver. We have a proof. It looks like we have a special mint set. We just need a V nickel, and we have the 5 total. That'd be awesome. $20.25, another $20.25. Getting back to that potential silver coin. 64, Denver. All right. Yep, that's a 42. And what mint is it from? Man, that edge is pretty though. San Francisco, 42 San Francisco. Look at that. That is good to see. Sweet. So we have a proof, we have a silver, we have a buffalo, we have a special mint set. We just need a V nickel. And we're done. Two more 2025s and a 2024. This is a good roll. What else is in here? 2021. '81. All right, let me clear off the desk real quick. All right, let's show off the goods real quick. To make it easier. So 1936 Buffalo, 1942 San Francisco, 1992 San Francisco Proof, and I think a special mint set 1965. That is awesome. All before 20 rolls in as well. All right, on to the next one. Pretty old on that side, pretty new on this side. Man, I really need a V-nickel now. No obvious silvers in this one. '22. Hey, a 2024. Add it to the stack. 2024 nickels are really about the only thing I sell right now. 2023. '64 again. Denver. Swap that out for a little bit. And another '64 Denver. '83. '62. Hey, what's up, attorney? Hey, Westside. Welcome in. We're having a pretty good hunt so far. We have a Buffalo nickel. We have silver. We have a proof and a special mint set so far. So we're just missing the V nickel. Yeah, I'm always trying to stack. '64 Denver. Hey, later, Joey. Have a good one. Yeah, absolutely. I'll pop by. I appreciate it. What's spot at so far today? Here, let me sub real quick, attorney. Nice. Heck yeah. Marine Corps vet, appreciate your service. I'm an Army guy. Another 2024 Denver. Not bad. And another 64, like always. Alright, we're hitting a 2024 jackpot here. That's 2-in-1 roll. Man, that's a clean one. Well, it looked a whole lot cleaner until I put it really close. There's another 2025. Quite a few so far. Man, I love how on YouTube, pretty much every walk of life, all professions, they can all just pop in. It's crazy. I love it. Almost at 100 views for my stream. That's a new record. Hell yeah. Is that the second one? I don't think that is, but we'll check it out. That could be the second silver of this box. Yeah, it's not. That's alright though. Grab a drink of water real quick. $20.20. 2001. 2023. 2017. This one that kind of looked like a silver was just a dirty 2021, so That's all right. That's why we hunt. There is a find in here though. It's a 1958 Denver. Let's see if there's a D over inverted D here. Doesn't quite look like it, but that's still another find. $62. Now we're on roll 22. Here's a 64. Denver. Man, if I'm ever gonna find another V nickel, I want it to be today. That would be incredible. Another 1964. Philly. $20.25s for everybody. I almost have enough to go around to every viewer that stopped by today. $20.21. What else do we have? 2014, 2023. And that's it for that roll. We're on roll 23. Yeah, we had a pretty good push there on views. Went from about 80 to 99 quickly. That could be silver. Potentially. It looks just dirty, but might be, I don't know. $20.19. And more 2025s. $20.20. Here's a bison. Two more 2025s. A 1964 Denver. And that's it for that roll. Let me clear off the desk real quick. And we're back. This is roll 24. If you just got here, we have found a Silver War nickel, a Buffalo nickel, a 92 proof, and a 1965. I believe it's a special mint set. So all we're really missing is a V nickel at this point. Another 2025. Still looking for 2024s. Anything pre-1960s. Here's a 2024. (2018) Hey, it's pretty old. 1946 Philly. We'll check for a DDR real quick. I might have to replace my microscope pretty soon. This is bad. Don't see a DDR on there, but that's another find. This is really a fantastic box. Definitely cannot complain. And I guess really for it to be a complete box, I'd need to find a 2020 West Point, but I could have a better luck of finding a V nickel than that. Roll 25. All right, another 2025. Two more 2025s. '88. Man, I think everybody went to bed. Another 2025. '64 Denver. '24 Denver. All right. Roll 26. I think I have about 30 minutes left in me before I need to get off for the night. We'll save a little suspense for the next stream. Let's see, 2002, 2021, '78, Pretty Dirty '73. What else do we have in here? Need something. It's been a while. Another 2025. There's 69 San Francisco. Four more rolls left for tonight on nickels. Not terrible in this roll. See what we can find. There's a 62 Denver. Not too bad. Wow, that's a clean 2024 Denver. Adding that to the pile. I should have over a roll now. '14 '84. Of course, another 2025. Right. 3 more rolls, and then we might do a couple more penny rolls, and then I'm probably going to be done for tonight. I will say I can sleep pretty happy with this box. I don't find them this nice that often, that's for sure. Yesterday's box was atrocious. But the good news is I got 2 more boxes from the same bank. Here's another bison. Pretty bad condition. $65. $23. 2020. 2025 Denver. $2,000 Denver. Let's see. And a 2025 Denver to end that roll off. 2 more rolls, and then we'll go back to pennies and finish off the row I'm working on, and then I'll be done for the night. Currently all we need tonight is a V nickel to round out the series. We have a 1942 San Francisco War nickel, a 1992 proof, I believe a 1965 special mint set, and a Buffalo. We really only need a V nickel. $20.25 again. There's another bison. Thanks, Fatal. The odds of the V nickel are quite slim, but we'll see. That's a really clean 2024 Denver. I thought you went to bed, Fatal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got 2 finds back to back. 1958 Denver. And a 1939. Could this be a key date? Philadelphia. It is not a key date. That's still pretty good to find. It's the 2nd year this design was made. Man, Fatal, you come back and I find all the good stuff. Why do you keep leaving? Alright, we're on the last nickel roll of today. That leaves me 20 rolls for another day in this box. Right, let's check it out. (2008), 2025, 1988, 2021, another 2025. That's pretty nice. Not too much in this last roll. We have 4 penny rolls left for the night. And then I'm done. I'm gonna hop off and go to bed. Alright, let's give a little overview of the nickels we found tonight. So here's a 1936 Buffalo. It's a 1965. I think this is a special mint set. Could be wrong. So 1992 San Francisco proof. And a 1942 San Francisco. Pretty happy with this lineup. Now I'm gonna do 4 more rolls of pennies and be done for the night. I still have 20 rolls of nickels left in this box to do another day. And I have 2 more boxes from the same bank. So let me switch over to pennies real quick. Alright, we'll do 5 more rolls of pennies. Maybe I can find a 1983 copper penny in here. With my luck tonight, it's not out of the ordinary. We also found this. This is a Canadian coin. It's from 1963 in this good of condition. It's pretty great. By far the best Canadian I've found here so far. Alright, back to the pennies. Alright, First copper of this roll, 1982 Denver large date. We do have 2009 in here. Let's see. (2010), 2006. Here's another 82 large date, Denver. There's a 75 Philly. '79 Denver. '75 Philly. There's a transition year, 1959 Denver. '76 Denver. And that's going to be it for that roll. 4 more rolls. Let's go ahead and check the weight of this one. What do we have? 129.56. Let's play a couple of these finds up here. Pretty happy with those. Probably got 4 or 5 coppers in here. Oh, we have a wheat. Heck yeah, this hunt is fantastic. What year is this gonna be? 1945 Philly. That's great. That is number 6 for the hunt. The 1972 Denver. Yes sir, Fatal. '77 Denver. For the box, you guessed oh man. I think it was 6 or 9. Had to refresh my page earlier, so I'm not. Uh-oh, that's another one. Oh wow, back to back. What year is this one? 1957 Denver. '70 Denver. And a 67. That was a great roll. 2 wheats in 1 roll. That's hard to beat. Let's check the weight of this one. 130.39. So that's 7 wheats so far. Could have overshot it quite a bit, Fatal. If we're at 7 and I still have 18 rolls left. Definitely overshot. The 1978 Denver. 1970 Philly. 1982 large date Denver. 75 Philly. Hey, what's up, Motivation? We have had a fantastic hunt. We have some crazy finds today. Literally the only find we're missing on nickels is a V-nickel. We found everything else. All right. 91. 1978 Denver. Let's see. 1982 Denver large date. I'd love to find a small date on that. 2 more rolls left. We might do another 5, we'll see. Got copper on that end. Zinc on that end. The weight of this one is 129.95. Our record on wheats is 13 in one box. We're currently at 7. It's a nice 1973 to start the box, or start the roll. There's a 60 Denver. 73 Denver. 82 large date. 1976. 1981 Philly. That's a gross 1970. All right. Looks like a 1980 ender. The weight on this one is 127. This one's going to be pretty light. I think it might be the lightest of the roll. We'll blow through this one real quick and then do maybe 1 or 2 more. We'll see. I don't know, the algorithm seems to be doing pretty good for me, so we might stay on. This is a 69 Denver. $19.80. Little red brown there. Pretty good condition. There's an 83 Denver. Always got to throw them on the scale. Yep, that one was a light roll. We'll do a couple more. I can't end on that. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Back. Need to grab me some Powerade. Alright, we'll do 2 or 3 more rolls. We'll see what happens here. Might be a copper on that end. Let's get a weight on it. 130.24, so there's definitely going to be some copper in there. And my hands get so dry when I do this for hours. All right. Yep, I'd say there's some copper in there. Now we need to see if there's a wheat. $19.80 Denver. $20.23 Denver. What is this? Looks like a 78 Denver. $81 Denver. $76 Philly. Transition year 1959 Denver. Another 81 Denver. And a 74 Denver. So this next roll doesn't have any copper enders. It weighs 128.98. Let's see if we can find any in this handful I just grabbed to beat that weight. Well, that one's heavier. That one's not. Alright. Find one more heavy one here. Oh, wow. Alright. We got a 134.42. That's the record for today. We are setting records today. 134.42. And it doesn't even have a copper on either ender. Will there be a wheat in this one? That is the question. What do y'all think? Looks like a copper every 4. Not bad. All right. Is there a wheat? First is a 1967 Philly. We have a 1977 Denver. (1974) Denver. Oh, that's close. 1966 Philly. Oh, we do have a wheat. And we have a really clean 1973 D. That's going in a flip pack. That's nice. Hell yeah. But we do have a wheat in this one, and it's old. That is a 1926 Denver. Let's see. 26 Denver is not a semi-key date or a key date, but that's the oldest find of today. It looks like the oldest too. Heck yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far. There's a 1980. Fatal, you're pretty close. I think you're actually going to be under what there really is. 1980 Philly. '75 Denver. '64 Denver. I wouldn't say always, Fatal. You were a little off on that roll we opened up earlier. 1971 Denver. 75 Denver. Hey Sophie, how's it going? We're looking at old rolls of coins, trying to find anything interesting. Looking for wheat pennies, which are pre-59. Getting treasures, yep. We have found quite a few nice pennies tonight and nickels. We even found a nickel from 1936. What are you doing tonight? 1982 large date. And going to be a copper. 76 Denver. And that's going to be it for that roll. We'll check this 1999, see if it ends up being a close AM or a wide AM. It is not. Alright, let's check the weight of these last few rolls I have, see if there's anything good. I'll open up maybe one or two. That's 132 grams, that's pretty good. That's 130. 129, 127, let's weigh about three more here. 129, there's a 130 again, and we'll get this roll right here. Alright, there we go. These are the last two of the night, right here. So this one doesn't have any copper enders, but doesn't mean it's not full of pretty good stuff. We'll see. See quite a bit of copper in here. Starting out with a 1981. I already see a wheat. That is fantastic. It's almost like a camo penny. All right, Fiddle, you're officially, well, you're tied with the guess. It's a 1976 Denver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here is number 9 for the box. What year is it? Ooh, 1940. Not bad. $19.40. That's number 9 of this box. Probably have maybe 10-ish rolls left. Here's a 73 Denver. '78 Philly. Another 78 Denver. '63 Denver. '81 Denver. Another 81. And that is it for tonight. Let's do a quick overview of what we found so far. Kind of the top hits. We'll throw that 39 in here. Where is that at? There it is. So to round off the night, we have an 1936 Buffalo. We have a 1992 San Francisco Proof. Let's look at the back of these as well. This does look polished, but there's the back of that proof. I believe we have a 1965 SMS set coin. Could be wrong. We have a 1942 San Francisco War Nickel, 35% silver. This is the oldest penny we found today. It's a 1926, I believe. Looks like a Denver. And then lastly, threw this one in, is the oldest non-Buffalo we got. So not a bad night. Cannot complain. We're gonna be doing this all next week. I picked up 8 boxes of pennies today and 3 boxes of nickels. So lots of content. Come back, check it out, subscribe. Thanks.